Top of the morning to you. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. The sun isn't even completely out yet, so please forgive me. I'm barely awake. I'm having my first sips of coffee. I was going through a few of my emails, and I noticed that I had a comment on a video I had made relating my experience working for Parker Guitars back in 96 to about 98-ish. And there was some unfavorable things I had said about Mr. Ken Parker, but the individual in the comments had told me that he had passed away recently. And I'm like, oh, that's too bad. How recent? I know it was like a week and a half ago. It was like on the 5th. And you know what? I'm sad about it. I know I said a lot of unkind things about him. I also said a lot of really kind things about him and his innovation. And I guess it's just unfortunate that me personally, Chris, didn't get to experience the Ken Parker that I'm sure most other people do. You know, just because my experience with an individual wasn't the most positive doesn't necessarily mean that they weren't good people. In fact, Ken Parker, his engineering mind. Have you ever seen any of his arch tops? I'm so baffled with emotion right now. Because here's the man that, in my mind, just took my dream and shoved it right up my ass. And I know I made the decision to kind of not go that direction after my experience working for them for a few years. But building guitars was my dream. I could have been a legacy builder. I could have been that dude at Jackson Custom Shop that everyone knows about. Oh my God, you have a Chris Call built guitar? That's worth about five figures, you know? Not that I like that kind of clout, but the dude, regardless of my experience with them, his arch tops, they're just so exquisitely beautiful. And say what you want about the Fly, or the Parker Fly, Night Fly rather, but they were pretty interesting, and they stood out, and they legitimately did something different. You know, a lot of guitar companies, a lot of guitar builders, a lot of these so-called luthiers will come out and say, I got something new for you, but there's nothing new under the sun when it comes to stuff like that. Parker Guitars legit felt like the future. You know, there's not much you can do with an electric guitar to really take it to the next step, you know, other than just innovate it to the current technology of the time. But this dude said, you know what, the guitar is fucking boring, excuse my language. I'm going to do something with it. And I truly don't know the origins of the Fly. I really don't. And that was the first time I'd ever heard a piezo transducer, or piezo as most people call it, whatever, I don't know. You can't say anything right on the internet. First time I heard that incorporated into a guitar. You know, the sternum killer top horn. I mean, I have a belly, so I just lowered it a little bit. It was perfect. It curved right around. It was really nice for pregnant women, I suppose. Even the Night Flies. Even the Night Flies. You know what? When I was there at the final assembly doing all the Flies, right? There was a room to my left called the nutting room. I know, shut up. But that's literally where they took the guitar, they put the nut on it, shaped it to the guitar, specifically to that guitar. They had a really cool, like, little thing to cut the slots all at one time. And then there was these three casts, this kid named Drew, and two others from this hippie guy, and this kid from Wakefield that used to be in a Doors cover band. Really fun room to go into, and I used to love fucking with them. They thought I was the dumbest asshole ever. I'll tell you about a really fun prank I pulled on them once. Our ears would perk up to a guitar in that room. It was always a Night Fly. It was always an HSS Night Fly. I would absolutely love a Sunburst one. Before we cut the pick guard for that little button, oh my God, that was such a nightmare. They're like, we have this new button, we're going to put in all those Night Flies that you literally just finished doing. So we're taking them all apart. I'm like, fuck, okay, why? And they're like, because we're going to put this nifty little button in it. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, they cut the checks. If that's what they really want me to do, I'm going to do it. And then we installed all the buttons, and they were too shallow for the pickguard, and you could barely get your finger in the... You know, times like that, I really do, I do, it was fun. We figured it out. We got it working. I'd love to have a night flight. Let me show you how important Parker guitars were to me. Hope no one calls the cops, but I have a set of night fly knobs that go with me all the time. If I pack up anything, this goes in my immediate pack-up bag. And certain projects that I feel strongly about, or could you just use knobs? I put them on there. These knobs mean a lot to me. If you ever get a fly in your hand, look at the bridge. The bridges themselves were an innovation. It was a really interesting product, and that could have only come from a mind that could produce something that rad, something that forward-thinking. And the mind was Ken Parker. You know, I know Larry Fishman was a big contributor to the whole thing, but I believe he was just more financial than anything. Ironically, I'm trying to get a job with them now. So if Larry or the Fishman organization, you have my resume. You have my resume. I know about your product, and I'm actually thinking about putting Fishman fluence in my damn Kramer. Give me a damn job, so I can fulfill my dream of retiring from a company making products for guitars. But that's just it. I mean, the guy, I literally felt like my dream was destroyed because this guy just, I was having a baby. I had proven my worth. I had done jobs that were, you know, slotted for like expert luthiers, but I just did them just to, you know, I can do this. I'll do this for you. Like, they had a whole blowout of the face of the guitar. Had something to do with the way the springs worked, you know? Boom! Just blew right out. I repaired it for him. Guy who was supposed to do it quit. No one cared. And I didn't expect him to. But I expected that to be in the back of minds. And when I was about to have a baby and I, you know, made minimum wage for 2 years and just asked for $1, I was told to let him go. Send him out today. We don't need it. We'll get 2 more of him in here tomorrow. And then they'll leave in 6 months. And that's, I think, really my bitterness of it. I really wanted to retire from there. I really wanted to be a legacy builder because I respected Ken Parker. I was so elated when I found out that they were in Massachusetts. And then I got the job and I put my notice in. Didn't quite work out that way because they hired me right away and I started that very day. But then I was like, let me give them at least the rest of this week. And they're like, okay, that's cool. They did that for me. They did that for me. But yeah, no, Ken was he's definitely a big creative loss. And, you know, I hope you understood what I just meant there. His creativity warrants recognition. His innovation, his forward thinking, and just his fucking off the wall designs. Come on. The Fly's an ugly guitar, but it's sexy too. I wish I still had, we got this t-shirt that was like, what was it, Da Vinci did the man, you know, the naked dude in all the different poses. Well, one of the employees had designed that, but with a fly on it, and the guitar was right in the middle. And it was just a outline, black and white vector screen kind of thing. Wish I still had that t-shirt. We all got those for our Christmas bonus one year. Where's my employee guitar? Why'd you take it off the rack, Ken? But that's all right, man, because those are still out there. His legacy will live on through his tools of creation. Ken, thank you, my man. I know you and I didn't experience life together in a positive way, but I'm sure you impacted many other lives in a positive way. I know you did. I know you fucking did. So, guys, thank you for watching. And, yeah, that's it. I'm glad to kind of spit this one out so nobody really truly thinks I have a bad feeling about the guy. I have a horrible experience with working for the man and not the man himself. That's it. Wherever in the world you are, I hope you're doing well. We're going to be working on this, not the video I thought I was going to start this morning. But we're going to be working on if you didn't see my short already, a fuzz pedal out of an Atari 2600 joystick, not proper. It's a USB one that broke. The housing's fine. Out of one of our little $1 fuzz chip thingy-mabobby. So, I hope you're looking forward to that, because I'm going to get started on that now. And guys, until next time, take care, keep it real, And bye-bye. Rest in peace, Ken Parker. Thank you for your wonderful toys, man. I know they delayed me.